Hey, YouTube. Just checking in. It's been a little while since I posted a video. The wind's been pretty crazy lately, so the video that I've been filming has just been so full of noise. I need to get the microphone set up in a way that I can actually use it. But I just wanted to share with you, I've been doing a lot of striper fishing out at Lake Tawakoni lately, and it's been red hot. Met up with some guys that I knew out on the lake, just happened to run into them. And they were fishing in big boats and just pulling striper over the rail left and right. They were using live shad for bait. I don't usually do that, but I have to admit I finally broke down and started using some of the shad right when they left. They dumped some in my kayak, and of course I instantly hooked up to some nice fish, but I was catching some on some spoons and stuff before that. So out on Tawakoni right now, launching out of Holiday Marina. They're just outside the marina, and it's pretty cool. There's the fish were stacked in about 35 feet of water, all the way up to about 20. They had a thumper going inside their boat, so it's thumping on the bottom of the boat, and for some reason that attracts stripers and hybrids, and they were there. These guys limited out. They were releasing fish like crazy, multiple limits. Another boat pulled up, and they helped them get another set of limits. So there was just tons and tons of fish in the area. They stayed there all afternoon. I actually left, and they were still there. So they're not hard to find. You just kind of cruise around and watch your fish finder. If you can stay in one spot and use a thumper, that works great. But anyway, the rig was a small circle hook, maybe a 1/0, like a fine wire hook, with about a 24 to 36 inch leader with a swivel. So it's Carolina rig basically, and about a 1/2 ounce sinker, maybe a little bit more. And these guys were using Be Ready rod holders, and they had probably 8-10 rods out with live shad down near the bottom. They set them down, crank them up about 5 cranks, and then the rod tips would just slam down, and these guys were catching really good fish. So I gave it a shot, and I had some luck with that too. When I was using the spoons and the slabs, I would literally drop it to the bottom, let it sit on the bottom, and then lift it up probably 2 or 3 feet and let it flutter back to the bottom. And I caught some nice fish doing that. I came back with a limit myself. Few white bass mixed in, but mostly hybrids and stripers, all big fish. So now's a really good time to get out there. If you get out about first light, you can be off the water by noon, if it even takes you that long. If you've got live shad, you'll be off the water probably by 8:30 or 9. Most of the striper guys are off the water really quick. So that's been a lot of fun. I've tried trolling, and usually I've had success with it, but lately the fish just seem to be sitting on the bottom. They're sitting on the bottom and kind of suspending a little bit, and I think that's the summer pattern they're in. They're going into the deeper, cooler water and just kind of sitting down there. So when you drop the shad down, as little movement as possible, let it sit on the bottom. And you'll see the rod tips start to dive. So if you're into bait fishing, I'm normally not a big fan, but this time of the year, you got to do what you got to do. It can be a challenge keeping shad alive on a kayak. I have the Hobie bait well, but what I'm finding is that since it's not insulated and it's not very big, my shad die within about an hour. So I'm looking to put a shad tank on the back of my PA-14. If any of you guys have any suggestions, post a comment. I'm looking at commercial tanks, but I'm afraid the weight will be just too much for the back of the boat and will make me a little too top heavy. So again, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Tawakoni is it's red hot right now if you can just find the fish. So thanks for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button. I could use a few more subscribers. I'd love to get to 1,000 and start making a few dollars off my videos. Spending quite a bit of time doing them and editing them. In this case, it's just easy to go live, no editing involved. I'll post some more videos. Give me some ideas. Put some suggestions down there. I'm fishing for stripers right now, but there's some good catfishing to be done out there. I've done a little bit of bass fishing too, some lily pad fishing. Haven't had a lot of luck with that. So I could use some tips on some lily pad fishing if any of you guys have any. I've been using pegged worms. So been doing some crappie fishing on bridge pilings as well, using crappie jigs, and doing pretty good with those too. So anyway, thanks for coming and visiting. Please hit the subscribe button. and we'll catch up with you guys real soon with another video from Lake Tawakoni.